A second woman has accused Democratic Senator Al Franken of inappropriately touching her, alleging it happened during his time in office. Lindsay Menz, 33, told CNN that Mr. Franken grabbed my butt as they posed for a photo at the Minnesota State Fair in 2010. In a statement, the ex-comedian said he did not remember the encounter, and he feels badly she felt disrespected. He is already facing a possible Senate ethics inquiry over another allegation. Last week, the former Saturday Night Live writer apologized after a woman accused him of sexual misconduct during a 2006 tour to entertain U.S. troops overseas. Lean Tweeden claimed Mr. Franken, who had not yet been elected to the U.S. Senate, forcibly kissed her and took photographs of himself appearing to grope her breasts as she slept. The incident was alleged to have happened almost 2 years after Mr. Franken was elected to political office. Mrs. Menz met several politicians that day, she recalled, but as her husband prepared to take a photograph of her and Mr. Franken, he pulled me in really close, like awkward close, and as my husband took the picture, he put his hand full-fledged on my rear. It wasn't around my waist. It wasn't around my hip or side. It was definitely on my butt, she said, adding that his hand lingered for several seconds. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Her husband Jeremy said he did not see what Mr. Franken did with his hands. On Saturday, a spokesperson for Mr. Franken said the senator would not resign. He is spending time with his family in Washington, D.C., and will be through the Thanksgiving holiday, the spokesperson told the Minneapolis Star-Tribune. She added the senator was doing a lot of reflecting. Also over the weekend, Mr. Franken was ridiculed by his former employer, Saturday Night Live. Sure, this was taken before Franken ran for public office, but it was also taken after he was a sophomore in high school, joked co-host Colin Jost, describing the photo of Mr. Franken seeming to grope a sleeping Enz Tweeden. It's pretty hard to be like, oh, come on, he didn't know any better. He was only 55.